This country shouldn't be where it is. This country shouldn't be in debt. There's no way. It is unjustifiable. I cannot, by the life in me, understand why we are where we are. I cannot. I refuse to embrace this unpleasant reality. I refuse. I am a persistent objector to this conventional and mundane existence. And yet we are sitting on trillions of dollars of mineral wealth. But it doesn't work. The Washington consensus is absolute nonsense. Don't come to me and tell me government must not get involved in the arena of production. No, I don't care from what school of economics you get it from, Chicago school, whatever. No, it's absolute nonsense. It doesn't work. And it will not work here. So let's try something we may even not know. Because the knowledge economy is an experimental economy.
What you are about to hear is not just a policy change. It's a declaration of war on economic exploitation. It's a rallying cry for every African nation still trapped in the chains of resource extraction. Duma Boko, the new president of Botswana, is not here to play by the old rules. He has again made a bold, historical move, one that places him firmly in the ranks of Africa's revolutionary leaders. And let it be known, Boko is not alone. He is walking the same path as his close friend and fellow visionary, Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso. A path that doesn't ask for permission, a path that doesn't beg, a path that reclaims what rightfully belongs to the people. In a thunderous and unapologetic address delivered in the town of Ramotswa, Duma Boko dropped a bombshell that could rewrite Botswana's entire economic future. No diamond will leave this country raw. Every single diamond will be cut and polished here. No copper concentrate will be exported. All of it will be processed in Botswana. Let that sink in. For decades, Botswana, like most African countries, has watched as its precious resources were extracted and flown across oceans in raw form. Foreign companies took the minerals, took the profits, and left the continent with just the dust. Boko says, no more. Until now, only 10% of Botswana's diamonds were processed locally. The rest, the majority, were exported raw, only to return as high-value luxury goods sold back to the world at 10 times the price. This imbalance has made others rich while Botswana stayed dependent. But Boko is changing that narrative. His administration is drafting new legislation to mandate full local beneficiation, meaning all diamonds, copper, nickel, and other minerals must be processed within Botswana before they are exported. This is about more than just policy. This is about taking control of the value chain. But this move comes at a time of deep economic stress. Botswana's GDP shrank by 3.1% last year. Diamond revenues, which account for over 80% of export earnings and 30% of GDP, plummeted. The country's flagship mining operation, Botswana, saw its sales cut in half. Meanwhile, the national budget deficit has ballooned to 9% of GDP, and credit ratings have been downgraded. Any ordinary government might panic, might cut spending, might run to the IMF or the World Bank for rescue. But instead of begging the IMF or tightening the belt on the poor, Botswana President Duma Boko turned inward. He looked at the ground beneath his people's feet, and he said, "This is ours, and it will serve us first." This move isn't just economic, it's strategic, it's revolutionary. He's turning this crisis into a turning point. Not by asking for help, but by asking the most important question any true leader can ask. Why should our people be poor in a land this rich? And to the people of Botswana, he has offered not charity, but dignity, not handouts, but ownership. He is building something greater than recovery. He is building a sovereign economy. Now, before we dive deeper, if this message resonates with you, if you find this video informative, inspiring, or empowering, make sure you hit the subscribe button right now. This is the New African Order, and we are building a powerful voice for Africa's rising generation. If you don't want to miss these critical updates from across the continent, subscribe and be part of the movement. Now, let's talk about what this shift really means. Duma Boko understands the game. He knows that Africa has never truly been poor, only robbed. Botswana's mineral wealth is immense. Its ore bodies are polymetallic, meaning a single mine can contain not just copper or nickel, but also silver, gold, and rare earth elements. But under the old system, much of this wealth was lost when raw concentrate was shipped out of the country, refined elsewhere, the profits harvested by foreign corporations. Under the current setup, we lose out on recovering these other valuable minerals, Boko said. That must change. We want all of them processed here. This isn't just about factories. It's about economic sovereignty. It's about controlling every step of the production chain, from extraction to export. It's about building local industries, creating thousands of jobs, developing homegrown expertise, and keeping the profits in country. It's about refusing to be a footnote in someone else's success story. Make no mistake, this won't be easy. There will be resistance. Powerful forces are already circling. Foreign investors, international mining cartels, and their political backers will try everything to derail this shift. They will call it protectionism. They will call it risky. They may even try to destabilize the government. But Duma Boko has seen this before, in Mali, in Burkina Faso, in Guinea. He's watched Ibrahim Traoré stand his ground against the same threats, and now he's doing the same. Because here's the truth, Africa is changing. From the Sahel to the Kalahari, a new generation of African leaders is rising, bold, unbought, and unafraid. They are tearing up the old rulebook, refusing to let foreign companies dictate the terms, and reimagining what it means to govern a rich land with a free people. This is not isolation. This is not extremism. This is not economic suicide. This is power. This is dignity. This is control. It's a future where Africa processes its own gold, cuts its own diamonds, refines its own copper, and sets its own prices. And Botswana, under Boko, is now at the front lines of that future. To the people of Botswana, this is your moment. To the youth of Africa, this is your signal. To the world, prepare to meet a different kind of Africa, one that owns its destiny. And to all of you watching, if you believe in this shift, if you support this vision, if you want to see more stories like this, subscribe to our channel, The New African Order, and don't forget to turn on the notification alerts to always catch these purely African revolutionary updates. Because this is more than a channel. This is a platform for truth, for resistance, for renewal. Africa is no longer begging to be seen. It is demanding to be heard. And Duma Boko has just spoken.